Before we dive in, I've got something for you. If you're studying for the ARE, you don't need to figure it out alone. Inside my free resource hub, you'll find study guides, resource guides, pop quizzes, and other tools designed to make exam prep a whole lot easier. Head to dci.beyoungdesign.com/resources or check the link in the show notes to grab it now. It's completely free. All right, enjoy the show. Hey, it's Bryn. So what you're about to listen to is actually a quick audio recap generated from one of our live Mind Over ARE coaching calls. These are meant to give you a little bite-sized takeaway and some motivation to help you pass your next architecture exam. All right, let's dive in.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Have you ever found yourself staring at a really tricky question, maybe on a big professional exam, and thought, okay, what are they really asking here?
Right, like there's something hidden behind the word.
Exactly, that feeling. Well, you're definitely not alone, and today we're actually going to decode one of those.
Good.
Our mission with the Deep Dive, as always, is to bring you, well, concise, impactful knowledge. We pull out those key insights and hopefully give you those aha moments.
Those moments that make it all click.
Precisely. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a really interesting coaching highlight from Mind Over ARE.
And this is great stuff because it's not just theoretical.
No, not at all. These are insights pulled straight from live coaching calls. They're part of ABC Club Premium. They show exactly how to tackle the Architect Registration Examination, the ARE 5.0.
Which is administered by NCRB, National Council of Architectural Registration Boards, just one word. NCARB.
Got it, NCRB. And the head coach on these calls, Shika, that's Shika.
Yeah.
She's fantastic at breaking down these practice questions, really shows what NCRB is looking for.
She really is. And of course, the program itself, Mind Over ARE, was founded by Bryn.
Right. So for this deep dive, we're focusing on one specific kind of tricky ARE 5.0 practice question. It's about designing a library, dealing with a tight budget, efficiency constraints.
Things architects face all the time, really.
Absolutely. It's a perfect example of how the exam tests not just what you know, but how you think under pressure.
And that's really the crux of it, isn't it? It's fascinating because it's not just about punching numbers into a calculator. No, it's about how NCRB frames these questions.
Yeah.
They're deliberately set up to test your critical reading, finding every condition, applying it logically.
Okay.
So we're going to unpack those nuances today.
Yeah.
Those little details that make the difference between, panicking and actually feeling proficient.
Sounds good. Consider this whole deep dive a valuable sneak peek into the kind of quality content you get in those ABC Club Premium coaching calls.
Definitely.
Okay, let's get into the scenario. So we've got an architect. They're in schematic design for a 20,000 square foot library.
Standard enough start.
Right. But here's the kicker. The preliminary budget only works if the building meets less than 75% efficiency. That's a hard limit right out of the gate.
A very specific constraint. Okay.
Now, there are two schemes on the table. Scheme A gives you 13,000 net square feet, and it has 7,000 square feet for circulation and support.
Okay, 13 net, 7 support.
Then Scheme B offers 14,800 net square feet with 5,200 square feet for circulation and support.
So more net, less support area in B.
Exactly. So the question for you listening is, which plan meets the requirements and maximizes efficiency? Is it A, B, neither, or is there just no way to tell?
It's interesting, this question type. It really causes some internal struggle. We've seen it in coaching calls. Students like Brooke, Jean, they said they struggled with this.
I can imagine.
Yeah, or Adrian mentioned internally panicked. A lot of people, when they're unsure, they might just put down C, neither. It feels like the safe guess.
Yeah, cover your bases.
Right. But what's really fascinating is how quickly even sharp students can get thrown off. Not always by the math itself, but just how the question is worded. Or maybe how the numbers are presented.
Subtleties.
Exactly. It happens when questions look simple, but hide these critical details you need to find.
That internal panic, yeah, that feels very real. When I first saw this, that less than 75% efficiency definitely jumped out as the main thing.
It's the most obvious constraint, for sure.
But I'm guessing there's more going on. Before we calculate, maybe we should quickly clarify net square footage versus gross building footage, because like you said, NCAB might not spell it out.
Absolutely. Good call.
Yeah.
It's fundamental for the ARE. So think of net square footage, or NSF, as the usable space.
Okay.
For the library, that's your reading rooms, stacks, computer areas, admin offices, where the main stuff happens. The spaces that, fulfill the library's purpose.
Got it. The working area.
Pretty much. Then gross building footage, GSF, that's everything inside the exterior walls. The whole footprint.
Everything.
Yep, includes the net space plus all the support. Corridors, stairs, mechanical rooms, restrooms, wall thickness. And crucially, the circulation and support areas mentioned in the problem.
Okay, so net is part of gross.
Exactly. Gross is the total container, and efficiency is all about the relationship between those two. Understanding that difference is key.
Cool. That makes total sense. So with those definitions clear, how do we actually calculate building efficiency? What's the formula we need?
Right. The core calculation, it's pretty straightforward on the surface. Building efficiency, net square footage, gross building footage.
Net divided by gross. Okay.
Net divided by gross. Now, applying it here, this is where NCRB gets a bit clever. They often imply the gross building footage instead of stating it directly.
How so?
The question says it's a 20,000 square foot library. Let's look at Scheme A again. 13,000 net plus 7,000 circulation support.
Add them up. 13,000 plus 7,000, that's 20,000.
Bingo. So that initial 20,000 figure is the gross building footage. It includes both parts.
Ah, I see. They don't explicitly say gross square footage is 20,000.
Nope. They expect you to connect the dots. It's a common way they test if you're really reading and understanding the components. Don't get thrown off if it's not labeled GSF.
Okay, clever. So the 20,000 SQF gross is our constant for both schemes. Let's run the numbers then, using net divided by gross.
Let's do it.
For Scheme A, 13,000 net square feet. Divide that by our 20,000 gross square feet. What does that give us?
13,000 divided by 20,000, it's 0.65.
So 65% efficiency for Scheme A. Okay. Now Scheme B, 14,800 net square feet. Divide that by the same 20,000 gross square feet.
14,800 divided by 20,000 comes out to 0.74.
74% efficiency for Scheme B. Okay, so we have our numbers. Scheme A is 65%, Scheme B is 74%.
Right. And here's where it gets really interesting, and it's why people still get tripped up even if they calculate those numbers correctly.
Oh, how the math seems done.
The math is done. But this raises the question, why do people still struggle? It's because, as head coach Shika constantly drills down on in the coaching calls, there are two distinct requirements in the question, not just one.
Two requirements, okay.
Yes, and you absolutely have to address both to land on the right answer.
Oh, it's the second one.
Okay, requirement one we know. The building must be less than 75% efficient. We saw that clearly.
Right.
Requirement two, and this is the one people often miss or misapply. Of the options that meet requirement one, you have to choose the one that maximizes efficiency.
Maximize within the constraint.
Precisely.
Right.
Let's apply that. Scheme A was 65%. Is 65% less than 75%?
Yes, it is. So A meets rule one.
Correct. Scheme B was 74%. Is 74% less than 75%?
Yes, just barely, but yes.
Yeah.
So B also meets rule one.
Right. Both schemes satisfy the first condition. Now look at the second rule. Which one maximizes efficiency while staying under 75%?
Well, comparing 65% and 74%, 74% is higher, so that would be Scheme B.
Exactly. Scheme B at 74% gives you the highest possible efficiency without breaking that 75% ceiling. That's why B is the correct answer. It perfectly balances both conditions laid out in the question.
Wow.
And that's why we give props to students like Chaz and Jacob in the coaching calls. They saw both conditions. They didn't just stop after the first check. They did the math and understood the full requirement.
That really does highlight how these questions are more than just math. It's reading comprehension, layered logic.
Absolutely.
So stepping back from this specific library problem, what's the bigger lesson here for RA candidates, for future architects? What skill is NCRRB really trying to test?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, RE prep, but also just real-world practice.
Yeah.
This question isn't just testing math, though obviously you need that. It's fundamentally testing your ability to read carefully, every single word.
Identify all constraints.
Exactly. All constraints, all conditions, explicit and implicit, like that gross square footage thing. And then apply them logically, step by step. NCRB layers these things in deliberately.
Why, though? Just to be tricky.
Not just to be tricky, I think. It's to ensure future architects can handle genuinely complex design problems. Real projects are full of layered constraints.
That's true.
Think about it. A client says, we need maximum efficiency, but cost cannot exceed X per square foot, and it must fit the zoning envelope and achieve LEED Silver. You're always juggling multiple things.
Right. You can't just optimize one thing if it violates another.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You can't pick the most efficient design if it blows the budget or breaks a code. You need the optimal solution that satisfies all the rules, just like here, finding the highest efficiency under 75%.
That holistic critical thinking.
That's exactly what we work on developing in the live coaching sessions. It's anticipating these real-world complexities that the exam mirrors.
That's really insightful. It makes the exam feel less like an abstract hurdle and more like, well, practice for the job.
It should be.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the key lessons from this deep dive. First, how to calculate building efficiency. Net square footage divided by gross building footage. Remember to figure out the gross.
Don't assume it's always explicitly labeled.
And second, the huge importance of finding and applying all the conditions in an ARE question, not just the first one you see. The best answer often lies in navigating those layers.
Absolutely critical. And this maybe raises an important question for you, the listener, to think about, even beyond the ARE.
Yeah.
How often in our work, or even just daily life, do we maybe overlook a key detail when we're under pressure? And maybe end up with a less than optimal result because we missed that second or third condition, just like in this question.
That's a great point, a skill that definitely transcends the exam.
For sure.
Well, this deep dive today was, as we mentioned, a coaching highlight from Mind Over R. We really hope it gave you a good sense of the kind of deep analysis and thinking strategies you get inside ABC Club Premium.
Yeah, those live sessions are invaluable.
They really are. Being part of the discussion live is great, but in Premium, you also get those live coaching calls, accountability, which is huge, plus full access to the searchable coaching highlights library, so you can revisit these breakdowns whenever you need them.
That library is a fantastic resource.
Totally. This is just one example of the expert help and top-notch study content you'll find inside ABC Club Premium. If you're really serious about mastering the ARE and building these critical thinking muscles,
Which you definitely need.
then join Premium today. Get full access to the live calls, the replays, all the coaching highlights.
It's a great investment in your preparation. You can learn more using the link below this deep dive or just go straight to dci.beyoungdesign.com/ABC Club.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. Keep learning, keep exploring, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for listening today. Hey, remember, you've got free resources waiting for you at dci.beyoungdesign.com/resources. And when you're ready for deeper support and to come hang out with us, join us inside the ABC Club and ABC Club Premium, where you are going to get the help you need to pass your exam and actually enjoy the process. So don't let another week go by without moving forward. Take action. You got this. Check the links in the show notes and join us inside the club.